Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Adam Bergman's Money Makers, where we talk everything personal finance as it relates to your own personal growth and your own personal journey to financial independence and freedom while giving you and your loved ones a better future by putting in the hard work today. Of course, I want to talk about Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. This company has absolutely been slaughtered like all the other companies right now. We are actually in the single digits and we are sub $10, which begs the question, is Palantir worth it? Is Palantir a winner? Is Palantir a loser? Do you sell and take your losses? Do you write off your paper losses and make it realized losses? What the hell do you do with a company like Palantir? In theory and in paper, this company is an absolute beast with a moat, with technology. It's been in business for 19 years. I actually think today it's 20 years. Today is Palantir's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, Palantir is an absolute monster of a company. I still stick by that 100%. And today I want to explain to you why I believe that it's a monster of a company. On Monday, it's going to have earnings. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. There's two ways of thinking about it. One, the market got clobbered yesterday, the market got clobbered today. Probably the market is going to see a little bit of recovery on Monday. It's not a written rule, but usually you get 3 days of slaughter, and towards the end of the third day, the market starts coming back. So if the market starts coming back on Monday and we get really good results in our earnings, I think that Palantir could possibly pop. But what does that mean? Because we're at such a low, 52-week low. We're over 80% down, but we might actually get a pop. So I might actually do a Palantir call option for next Friday. I'm going to do a 1 week option because maybe we're going to get a little bit of a comeback next week. Who knows? But Monday is also Victory Day for Russia. And Russia believes this is the day that Russia or the Soviet Union won World War II. And they believe right now they're fighting in a World War III against Nazi occupiers of Ukraine that are enslaving the Russian people in Ukraine. It's crazy what's happening and nobody really knows what's going to happen. How does this relate to Palantir? Two things. Number one, anything uncertainty, bad, military, so on and so forth is good for Palantir because Palantir picks up and funnels in more business coming out of certain countries. Think about it. Ukraine just got a $30-something billion grant from America. America is investing a lot of money in Ukraine. Eventually, Ukraine is going to need to come up with cyber defense and data defense. Where do you think some of that money might be going? Palantir. Just like Palantir is picking up tons of international clients and international contracts, I will be reading you one such contract today. They landed an international government contract. Give me a moment. So then on Monday, uncertainty is actually good for Palantir, but uncertainty is bad for the market, so it kind of counterbalances. So if Putin comes out and says something crazy, the market is going to react really, really bad. However, if he comes out and doesn't do anything, the market probably is going to react good. Plus, it's the third day, like I said. Yesterday, today, murdered. On Monday, we should start seeing a little bit of a recovery. But that's just my own personal opinion. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen with earnings on Monday. I want to read you an article. I did not read it yet. I'm subscribed to Bloomberg. I'm subscribed to Wall Street Journal. I'm subscribed to Seeking Alpha. I'm subscribed to Barron's and a bunch of other publications and magazines that I pay a grip for every single month just to bring you the biggest news right in front of you, because I know a lot of people don't pay for these subscriptions. So I try to keep bringing you as much value and added value and added value as I possibly can from me, Adam Bergman, to you, my unbelievable subscribers. Before I get into the article, please give me the likes, please give me the shares, and please give me the subscribe, because once this show is over, you guys are going to walk away and nobody giving me a tip. Before I go any further, besides for that, actually, I got a follow from Tom Nash. Yes, Tom Nash followed me on my Twitter account. I'm super excited. I know I sound like a giddy schoolgirl, but that's okay because Tom Nash is an absolute G and probably my #1 finance YouTuber that I like to follow. With that said, tonight at 11 o'clock Eastern time, I'm going to be doing a live stream for Palantir, not on my channel, but I'm going to post where the live stream is going to be. Just follow me on Twitter. It's going to be with Amit and Chris Patel. These guys are Palantir heads. All of them have bigger channels than I do. And I'm privileged and blessed that they actually allow me to go on their show. So I don't know who asked in the chat, but I was in a live stream with Amit, and one of the subscribers says, hey, get Adam to do the show with you. And he invited me on the show, 11 o'clock Eastern time tonight. You know I'm going to bring the fire. I'm going to give you that Brooklyn flavor, and I'm going to make that show hot, hot, hot. It's going to be sizzling. Let's get into this article really fast. As per Bloomberg, Palantir deepens relationship with UK Ministry of Defence. Data analytics company Palantir Technologies struck a £10 million or 12.5 million US contract with the UK Ministry of Defence, the US firm's largest with the high-profile department. While much of the 12-month contract is redacted, Palantir will offer support for its Foundry platform, which lets users cut costs by automating work and reducing data processing time. The company, co-founded by billionaire Peter Thiel and Alex Karp almost 2 decades ago, initially focused on selling software to U.S. government agencies and their allies. In the U.S., it works with the Military Space Systems Command, among other Pentagon agencies. While in the UK, it's built a sizable relationship with the National Health Service during the pandemic. Currently, they have about 250 employees in the UK, but they want to expand that to 600 employees in the UK. And it's obvious to see why. With government contracts working with the Department of Defense or the Ministry of Defense for the UK, and they're about to land a massive $300+ million contract with the Health Department in the UK. Palantir is making absolute monster plays internationally, specifically in the UK right now. Palantir is moving into European Union. If you think that this contract has nothing to do with the geopolitical uncertainty with the Russian invasion of Ukraine, you guys are absolutely blind to the fact and deaf to the fact. Nobody's listening and nobody's watching what's going on. And thankfully, you guys are part of the Adam Bergman tribe, and I'm able to give you this absolutely bomb diggity fire content all the time, 24/7, 365 days a week, where I bring you the best and latest news as it pertains to Palantir and the entire financial market. The latest contract awarded in March is among a number of previous contracts with the Ministry of Defense, which includes data integration services and analytics deals with the Royal Navy. A Palantir spokesman said that the company has been a partner to the Ministry of Defense for over a decade. And Palantir is now 2 decades old. They're only on the stock market for the last 2 years, but they've been around for 20 years. 20 years. Guys, Palantir is an absolute beast. Don't miss out on this opportunity. None of this financial advice, purely entertainment and educational purposes only. But you know where my alliances lie. And I do think that I hold the most amount of Palantir shares from any of the YouTubers that speak about Palantir. Although I could be wrong, but I'm definitely up there. And I quote, Palantir is committed to supporting the value of the UK Armed Forces. Palantir also recently hired Indra Joshi, the former head of artificial intelligence at the digital wing of Britain's NHS. That's the $300+ million contract that I'm talking about. Now, if they land that $300 million plus contract, that's an absolute monster. And they just won a $90 million 5-year contract from the HHS. So, guys, Palantir is absolutely moving. One of the key criticisms of Palantir is that they can't grow their government contract. Before that, the key criticisms was that they're too reliant on government contracts and they can't grow their commercial contracts. Well, now we grew our commercial contracts. We grew the net of our government contracts, which means that every single contract that we have, instead of getting new clients, we're expanding on the clients that we already have. And now I really think we're about to shine with what's happening right now. And I've said it once, I've said it twice, and I've probably said it a dozen times. Q3, Q4, and Q1 of 2023 will really start showing the numbers and the fruits of all the seeds that are being planted right now with the contracts that we're currently working on in this geopolitical world and uncertainty that we have right now with what's happening in Ukraine and the uncertainty what's happening with Europe in the future. And don't think that the energy crisis is not helping Palantir, because it is. Because as you have less energy available because Russia is cutting off energy to a lot of countries, they don't want to pay for the energy, whatever, you will need Palantir to make you less inefficient, which therefore makes you more efficient with the resources that you have, because there's no longer an abundance of resources and people are playing this economic warfare right now on top of the actual physical warfare. In an April interview on Bloomberg Television, Palantir Chief Operating Officer Shyam Sankar said European governments and groups are using its software to organize the distribution of materials such as food and beds to Ukraine refugees who fled during the war. Palantir's software is also being used to power military responses to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, he said. Palantir's software is also being used to power military responses to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Just understand what that is. Guys, if you want to donate to Ukraine, I have a charity down below. I have a link down below. When you donate, just say choose peace, not war, and it's going to go to the Children's Hospital in Kiev. I'm also going to leave a link to the live that I did earlier. The link to the live that I did earlier was on my other channel, The Adam Bergman Show, that focuses on cryptocurrency and doesn't really talk about traditional finance. So if you're interested in cryptocurrency, check out The Adam Bergman Show. And if you're interested in donating to Ukraine, please check out the link down below. Guys, again, Palantir absolutely is getting slaughtered, but the entire market is getting slaughtered. If you watched my video yesterday, I said that we probably have around a 20% drop that we possibly could get to pre-COVID conditions. I don't think that we're going to drop much before pre-COVID conditions, because if this whole entire run-up was caused because of COVID and inefficient distribution of funds and quantitative easing and low interest rates, well, where do you want to go to? You want to go back to the level right before pre-COVID. That's just my thesis. That's my theory. That's my hypothesis. I could be completely wrong. And the NASDAQ pre-COVID, off the top of my head, was just under 10,000, like 97, 9,800. NASDAQ right now, I didn't check today, but as of yesterday, it was low. It was a high 12,000. So probably right now it's mid 12,000s. So we do have a little bit to go, around 20%. Guys, Monday is going to be very interesting. I am obviously going to be covering the earnings call. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen, and please, let's get out of the red. However, all I know is that I'm holding, and for me personally, Palantir is a life-changing opportunity. Palantir is gonna give me that generational wealth that I could literally give to my child. I believe Palantir is gonna give me a nice 8-figure payday, and that's really what I'm looking for. After that, I don't really care about anything. I'm just gonna enjoy life, and I know that my child is taken care of for the rest of his life. I'm not a greedy person. I don't need hundreds of millions. 8 figures is more than enough for me to live pretty well for the rest of my life, because I'm just gonna invest it in staking when it comes to cryptocurrency, dividend plays, and of course, I'm still gonna keep a lot of my Palantir, but I definitely know how to reinvest those 8 figures if they ever come. Guys, thank you so much, and please do give me a like, share, and subscribe, and check me out tonight at 11 o'clock. It's gonna be an Amit's live. I don't know if it's on his channel or it's Chris Patel's channel. I'm really not sure how it works, but I will definitely keep you guys posted. And Amit, if you're listening to this, I truly do thank you for the opportunity to get known, to get some views, and whoever commented and asked for me to join that show, I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to get on this live later on. And Tom, you're the man. Thank you so much for following me. You really did make my day in such a bloody situation with Palantir. I feel like I was touched by Elon Musk when Tom followed me. I know I'm a corny fan, but Tom is the man, my #1 finance YouTuber out there. Guys, have a great day.